Episode 7 of the My 2 Tips podcast. My name's Elise. Very nice to have you here with me today. It is crazy noisy around my apartment today. The construction crews are working primarily outside on the street. So super noisy. I'm sorry. And the light is also like crazy bright. Because it is a gorgeous day outside. I've gotten a little bit of sun actually earlier today, so I'm a little pink because I don't tan anymore. I used to tan when I was a kid. Like, I turned into like this gorgeous tan kid with like white hair, but now I burn, and that sucks a lot. But yes, so today is April 19th. It's a Tuesday. This is episode 7. If you're tuning in for the first time, hi. Nice to chat at you, show you my stuff. If you're returning, it's been a whole week already. How the heck did that happen? I feel like this week went by pretty damn quick. I don't have a lot of goodies to show you, partially because I just don't. That's fine. Yeah, let's get into it, I guess. A lot of us drink like tea and coffees and hot drinks on our podcasts. Not today. Not happening. I am hot as blazes in my apartment. I think it's reading at around like 80 degrees. Sorry, excuse me. We don't have air conditioning in here, so that really sucks when it gets really warm. We have a lot of south-facing windows, so all day long we get a ton of sun. And then in this room we get a lot of sun reflecting off of the building across and into a good amount of windows as well. So it's hot. Very hot. I'm not wearing any knits today because it's hot. Really hot. Yeah. So I guess we can get started with what I did finish this week. Oh my goodness. Yummy. So this is my finished object. My solo finished object for the week. This is the Elefante. I call it Elefante because she spells it F-A-N-T-E at the end. Fancy. So it's an elephant pattern by Susan B. Anderson on her blog. Super cute. I did the different version of the ears from the Rainy Sisters blog, I believe is what it is. I'll link it here. I found that through lots of other project pages for this pattern that other people had used because they don't crochet, and the original pattern calls for crocheted ears. What is one to do when they don't crochet? I wasn't about to try and figure that out. So I also did the ears a little bit larger than what that blog post had said, just because, I mean, an elephant's supposed to have big ears. So, big ears she got. I've named her Ayara because Andrew and I really like this one Thai restaurant in Ottawa that's named Ayara, and they're super, super crazy elephant crazy over there. They've got elephants on like the top of the cutlery, all over their menus. I think even probably any and all of the artwork is probably all elephants. And Andrew once had, what was it? It was a little elephant carved out of like a turnip on his plate as the garnish. Amazing. I took a picture of it. I don't know if I still have it, but it was adorable, and I was kind of jealous because I wanted an elephant on my plate, but she's super cute. She does have a little tail. She does actually stand up if you kind of like prop her the right way. I did put some buttons in the bottom of the feet and the tip of the trunk just to kind of give it that actual flat surface. The feet aren't crazy flat, but whatever, it works. So yeah, that is my only, whoops, and she's just gonna lie down now. So that's my finished object for the week, which is also my official entry, sorry, I've cut off my head, my official entry for the Legacy Knits podcast Stuffy Along, and that ends on April 30th. So if you haven't done one yourself, you do still have time to get one in. Yeah, so what have I been working on this week? Not a whole lot. I do have my Fine and Dandy sock with some progress to show you. So I do have, I think last week when I showed it, I was down here just prior to putting in a lifeline, because I really had no idea if this sucker would fit or not. So I've done the, I don't know how to show it when it's toe up and working. So I've done the gusset increases and the heel flap, heel turn and heel flap, and now I'm knitting into the leg. Yeah, so I'm shocked, actually. So I tried this on probably after just before doing a flower row on the leg after the flap. It fits. It totally fits. It's a miracle. It's a sock knitting miracle. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting it finished and then starting the second one. I just don't know what to do. I just don't know if I want it to be like a little shorty cute sock or if I want like a full leg. I don't know. I guess maybe I'll knit on it this afternoon and just kind of see what happens. But yeah, that's the only sock I've touched this week. The other one that's living in this bag didn't get any love, so that's okay. I did pull out my Hala Garth shawl and worked on it for a little bit. And it had been a long time since I picked this up. So I had to count all my stitches because I didn't actually, or I don't have the paper that I wrote the notes on. So first I had to cake up the yarn because I ran out before. So this is all I have pretty much caked up and attached to my work right now, which is nothing. This is like teeny tiny. Maybe I can finish it all with this. So when I cake this sucker up, it's so many issues. So I have this. A mess. A little cakey mess. So, I don't know what the hell happened. But I was caking it up and it was going fine. You can see in the middle, both colors are there for a very little bit. So I was caking away, winding away, felt fine. And then I looked and it was only becoming this dark purple color, and I went, oh, shoot! Because now I have to find the end of this lace weight, this other color. So, just a mess. And like these 4 little bits were all the bits that it broke. I can't wait to get this project finished now because that yarn just kind of made me angry. Still beautiful, but I'm a little worried. I mean, I've had that for a long time sitting around in a project bag. I'm a tiny bit worried that something got in there and kind of had a little snack. I don't think that's what happened, but I don't know. So this is my Hala Garth shawl. It's coming. It's still really big. I've got 8 more rows, I think, to do here in the same repeat. And then I get to do the applied border. So exciting! I've never done an applied border before, so it'll be my first kick at the can at that one. But I'm excited. I'm really excited to get this done. It's kind of like the wrong time to be working with like 100% cashmere in my opinion, but that's okay. It's going to be lovely. It's just a little warm, so like my hands are getting a little bit kind of clammy when I'm working on it for too long, but it's okay. I've got 8 more rows to go, and then I can start actually working towards finishing it. Another thing I worked on this week was swatching for my May cardigan, which is by Bristol Ivy, and I'm going to do that as part of the TTT Cal 16, which is tees, tanks, and tops, tees and tanks, tops and tees, whichever way you want to say it. So I caked up one skein only because I was swatching, and these don't take very long. A little 50-gram skein of the Quince & Co. Sparrow. This is the truffle colorway. So my swatches. A little chain of swatches, super cute. Cause I hate having to cut yarn, especially this is only like 168 yards in a skein, hank, little bit. So it's not a whole hell of a lot, and then to go chopping it up into multiple pieces just kind of breaks my heart a little bit. So this is done on a size 5. It's fine, but it's a little more sheer than I think I want it to be. It's fine. So I went down a needle size and swatched on a 4. I like it better, and I think my stitch count is actually a little bit nicer on the 4. And then this is the pattern stitch. Hold on. This is the pattern stitch. So awesome. I love this, actually. I have it memorized now, which is great. It's fine. I think there's enough little bit of dimension. Now that I'm holding it up off of the blocking mat, you can still see a little bit of that kind of dimensional aspect that it had. I'm going to insert a picture of what it looked like prior to blocking. There's a lot more dimension to it. It's almost 3D looking when you're knitting it, actually. It was really kind of, I'd say one of the most interesting stitches I've done, just because it has such a unique look to it. But this is quite a bit flatter than what it was when I was just working with it. So down here is on a size 4, which I think is actually what I'm going to go with, because the 5 is just a little too undefined, not as visible, and I think my stitch count up here on the size 5 is like crazy off. So I've swatched for that. The Cal actually cast on day was yesterday, but I still have to count my like final numbers and make a decision, and possibly cast that on later today or tomorrow. I'm pretty excited for it. Sneeze is coming. Back. So that was all I worked on this week. Not a whole lot. I got some yarn mail. So last week I had received one of my D-stash purchases from Ravelry, and the second one came the day after I podcasted last week, so I got these two. This is Knit Pick Stroll Tweed in the Indigo Heather colorway, which is their purple. Love it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use, there's the yarn bits of that lace weight stuff all over the place. Not sure if I'm going to use these two together, or if I will do like one pair in this, one pair in this, of socks. I'm not sure. But the purple, the Indigo Heather one, came from Valerie, who is Pearl of a Girl on Ravelry, which is fantastic. She sent me a card with the package as well, which is cute, and it's from Unraveled Incorporated, which I hadn't heard of before, but great little card. With some stitch markers inside too. That's crazy blowing out. I'd never seen these colors of them before, so I thought that was pretty nice. And on the little air and the bubble wrap envelope, she had all these little sock stickers. And they're like the velvety stickers. Fantastic. I didn't even notice it at first, but then I was like, wait a minute. Those are little sock fuzzy stickers, which I haven't had fuzzy stickers in a long time. I used to have like a crazy sticker collection. It was intense. So that was great. Got that. And I also got, remember last week how I showed you the one of two kind of that came from Haven Yarns? I got the second one. So Jess has now given her customers an option of choosing vacuum packaged yarn or vacuum packaged method. I don't know how she words it. And she wanted to know if I would kind of be like a guinea pig for it. So I said, yeah, sure, fine. As long as it gets to me, I don't care. As long as it comes. So this is how it came. It came in like a big brown envelope that's flat, which normally when you get yarn, not so flat. Super cool, super fun, but I thought since I hadn't opened it yet, I'd show you guys just how kind of nice it is when it does come out of the bag. So it's vacuum sealed, and I mean, it's also a little like rigid. Can't get damaged, like you can't bend it and kink it all weird. So I'm gonna cut it open, and you're gonna see how it immediately will start to puff up. Sorry. So it's starting. I think I got through, yeah. See? Crazy. Still going, just a little bit. Fantastic. And when you pull it out, it might retain a little bit of that just tiny bit of squish to it, but I mean, looks, ooh, almost sliced myself with the tag. Looks fantastic to me. Ta-da! And then you have like totally great, you would never know this was vacuum sealed, but look at how gorgeous this colorway is. So this is her partridge colorway on the solid sock base, 80/20 superwash merino nylon, 115 grams. I love this. So this is gonna be another pair, oops, of like Harry Potter inspired socks, because this just screams Harry Potter to me. It's like there's browns and black and gray and yellow and red. It totally reminds me of like the Goblet of Fire for some reason. It's just got all these kind of like, yeah, all these kind of colors that just kind of scream it to me. So, And okay, so now I'm looking down here. I don't know if I've ever said this on the podcast. I'm Team Gryffindor. House Gryffindor. I've been sorted twice, I think, originally when like the first book came out and I did it. And then I did it again just recently on the Pottermore website. Gryffindor again. So it must be true. But down in here, can you see how there's like the red and the goldy yellow? Gryffindor, blah, blah. Yeah. Harry Potter socks for sure. Yeah, so that's from Haven Yarns and Goods. Jess, great job. Love it. Looking forward to knitting with it. That's kind of it for this week. Oh, I did get some stitch markers. So I ordered these a while ago from Fripperies and Buy Blocks. I think that's how you say it. And this came in one of her bigger tins, which I'm so happy about because it's so much easier to open for me. And I ordered, sorry, noisy, a set of these little raindrop ones. Can you even see it? There you go. Little mini raindrops. More of the little mini hearts because I'm addicted to them. They're perfect little stitch markers. And then a set of her little mini ringos. Sorry, let me just get all of these out of here. They're sticking to my hand. I guess I got kind of clammy hands today. But these little ones. Little rings with just little beads on the end. Super cute. I love them. And they're all like gold and purple. Which is totally up my alley. So those also came in the mail. And then earlier this morning, I'd ordered some custom stitch markers from a lady out here who is called Bits and Keys. And it's taken a while for me to get them only because, I mean, life happens. I wanted to announce that I'm going to do a giveaway. So the giveaway is as a thank you to anybody who subscribes, watches, has joined the Ravelry group, follows me on Instagram, whatever. Anybody who is following the My Two Tips podcast thing, whatever. Yeah, so how to enter the giveaway is come into the Ravelry group. You have to be a member of the group. That way I know that like you actually kind of follow in some sense. And answer the question that will be in the thread that is called Thank You Subscriber and Member Giveaway. Something like that. It's the first giveaway I'm doing, so it's the only thread that has giveaway in it. It'll be opening later today, kind of around the time that this lovely podcast goes live. I think I said I'm going to close it just shy of 2 weeks so that I can announce it on 2 podcasts from now. So stay tuned for who wins. Could be you. And I've decided that I'm going to give the winner a pattern on Ravelry. I think I'm going to make it your choice up to X amount. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then there's going to be a bookmark so that you can kind of keep track of patterns or mark a pattern in a book. Something like that is going to be knitting related. I don't have it yet, so I can't show you. And then there's going to be something for your project bags, i.e. a little lavender sachet or 2 from Nikki Slip, who is on Etsy. They're on their way as well. And there is going to be potentially some other stuff. Maybe a few little stitch markers. maybe some tea because I have a whole ton of it. I don't know. We'll see what ends up in there, but definitely for sure a pattern sent to you on Ravelry is kind of my thank you to you. So that thread will open up later today, if not tomorrow morning, and enter away. For those of you watching the podcast just on YouTube who aren't part of Ravelry, Ravelry is a free website, kind of like Facebook for knitters is a way to think of it. You can create your profile and do whatever the heck you want on there or not. Just have it to enter giveaways, I guess. You could do that too, but come on over. That's going to be the only way that you can enter for the giveaways through the Ravelry group, through that thread, by answering the question. So if you want to win the prize, that's how you're going to have to do it. So I think that's all for me this week. I'm super excited about the prize. I've got other stuff in the works. I just can't announce it yet because it's not all finalized and stuff, but I'm excited. So excited. So yeah, there's definitely stuff to stay tuned for. I'm looking forward today to, you know, maybe getting out in that sunshine a little more. Maybe not directly, but maybe like in a shady spot so that I can at least be outside and enjoy it and not get sunburnt. That'd be nice, and I'm sure all of you are screaming, use sunscreen. Funny story. I went to Greece in 2010. Yeah, 2010. In the summer, so we went very early July, and I used a SPF 100 sunscreen because I thought, oh my gosh, that will be fantastic. It was not fantastic. So, you know, you apply your sunscreen before you go out in the sun, let it soak in. I'm pretty aware of how pale my skin is and how easily I burn that I think I said, oh, okay, I'll stay out for 20 minutes and then I'll go sit underneath the deck covered part that they had at the beach. So I did that. It didn't matter. I was burnt so badly. So badly. My friend who I was on this trip with, I think later that night, I got her to put some like after sun lotion on me. It killed. Absolutely killed. It brought me to tears. It stung that bad, her putting it on me. Later on we found out that I could put like polysporin on it. So for those of you who've used it, it's greasy and messy. I wore that for like 2 weeks straight on my back and my chest just to keep it from going like crazy peely blistery. So gross. I think it's the worst burn I've ever had in my life. Maybe I'll even put a picture or two in because it's pretty crazy. But yeah, so I don't want to get burnt like that again. I mean, the sun here isn't as strong, but I've had one bad burn. I don't think I really need any more drastic skin damage from the sun. Yeah, so hopefully you all, you know, get out, enjoy your day. Hopefully I'm not just like shoving sunny weather down your throats and in your faces if you've had some of that snow that's come out across the country. I don't think anybody in the States has had recent dumpings of snow, but I don't know. I could be totally wrong. Yeah. Hopefully you guys are enjoying knitting, crafting, doing whatever you're doing, and we'll see you next week. Here's where to find me. Bye, guys.